Andrew WK just released another album called Godless Partying, and sounds a lot different than I remember him back from 2001 when he released that debut album, I Get Wet. So back in 2001, I remember he had a few hits on MTV. One was called Party Hard, and the other one was called She Is Beautiful. I kind of remember like his music was mixed in with all those like new metal bands like Linkin Park or System of a Down, but he had a really different type of sound that was hard to categorize. So basically on that album back in 2001, it was like a punk rock sound with a lot of overdubbing of tracks. It had like a very big sound. The end it sounded something like industrial metal, but I always thought it sounded a little bit like the band Ministry. He used a lot of keyboards and pianos, and his vocals were like slightly distorted back then. Since then, I didn't really pay much attention. After that, he released another 4 studio albums. He released like 2 covers albums from this like J-pop bands and some type of a Japanese anime type of show. And now he's up to album number 6 called God Is Partying, and still has that big sound. The songs are a little closer to heavy metal, or at least some of them are. His vocal style changed completely. He does the singing in like an arena rock style. The music still has that really big sound with a lot of overdubs. In the end, sometimes it sounds like symphonic metal or sometimes like industrial metal. And other times it sounds like movie scores. There's a lot of keyboards and synth. It's very hard to describe. So let me talk about it. I'll talk about the songs. The album has 9 songs, 2 bonus tracks, and 1 additional radio edit of the first song called Everybody Sins. So Everybody Sins starts out with a very big sound, has some pounding drums and keyboards. Now at first it sounds like arena rock at first, but once that like main riff kicks in, it's just very memorable. Like this is like a heavy metal riff that's gonna like stick with you after you finish listening to the album. I remember this morning I listened to the album once and I heard Everybody Sins like the first song, and it was also the last song. But by the time the album was done, I mean that metal riff was like in my head for like the next hour or so. It is a very catchy song. The singing style is a lot different than what I remember from the first album. It's an arena rock / metal song and a very big sound, and I like this one a lot. Next is the lead single called Babylon. It starts out with another heavy metal riff combined with like lots of layers of keyboards. Now that riff is like really cool, almost like technical thrash. The song does get very synth heavy. Andrew singing in like an epic like power metal style, and the song is filled with haunting keyboards. The next song is called The One You Know. This one sounds like an intro to like an 80s movie. It's very synth heavy, like a movie score. It's a ballad. Andrew has like a different singing style on this one. His singing is very melodic. I really like the heavy bass sound, and I like the electric guitar solo on this as well. Next is Stay True to Your Heart. This one kind of sounds like an 80s film score. It's the kind of song that kind of like would like seem in place in like a Rocky movie or one of the sequels. It has like an 80s arena rock feel, a very big sound. It's a slow-paced song with a thick bass sound. Next is a 1-minute instrumental called Godless Partying, and basically sounds like something from like the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. It's just very haunting keyboards and violins and a big like epic like film score sound. Next is I'm in Heaven. This is the second single, and this one reminds you a lot of 9 Inch Nails. It has a very big industrial metal sound with some distorted vocals. It also has like a slight like movie score sound to it as well, a very big epic sound. There are a lot of layers of sound, and at one point it almost feels like they are kind of like screams mixed in. Next is Remember Your Oath. It's a piano ballad. Andrew's singing is a lot different on this song. It's like arena rock, but it has that same like keyboard heavy layers of sound. Probably the kind of song that could have been performed by like Bon Jovi back in the day. It also has like a little bit of a country feel as well. Next is My Tower. It's a okay song, has a big arena rock sound. It's rock singing, has like the 80s movie score synth. It's a longer song at 6 minutes and 25 seconds. This one has a melodic guitar solo, some synthesizer effects, and a strange piano outro with a drum beat. So the last song is called, the official last song, And Then We Blew Apart. It's a piano ballad. The lyrics are filled with like double meanings, so if you look at the title of the song, you kind of figure it out. The song has a big arena rock sound as well, lots of layers of sound and backing vocals and electric guitar solo. Next is the first bonus track called I Made It. This one has some retro 80s synth and piano, another arena rock song. Very big sound, some rock riffs in here as well. And the next bonus track is called Not Anymore. This one's a little different. So this one brings back that like industrial metal and punk rock sound like from the early 2000s, but it's like mixed with like modern pop. The song is clean singing and a style that's used throughout the album. The last track on the song is the radio edit of Everybody Sins. So in conclusion, this album, I guess it's very hit or miss for me. I like the heaviness of the song Everybody Sins. I like that one a lot. Babylon is another good one, has a really cool heavy riff. The rest I didn't really care for that much, except for the song I'm in Heaven. That one had a pretty cool like industrial metal sound. The production is good, but with all those like track layers, it does sound compressed at times. It sounds also like very like overproduced, but then again, that's also like his signature style. So as a final score, I will give it a 7 out of 10, only because of a few like good songs or really good songs, but the rest is like okay. Let me know what you thought of the album, and let me know if you're a fan of Andrew WK. Coming up next, the weekend, I will be doing an anniversary review of Nickelback's Silver Side Up that was released on September 11, 2001, and that one's actually a lot better than you probably thought it was. And then after that, I kind of need to continue with my Iron Maiden series, because there are going to be like a lot of new releases this month and pretty much until December. So I'll probably be focusing a lot on new releases since then. So in the meantime, check out my other videos, like, comment, subscribe. My name is John. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews, and I will see you in the next one.